I can't tell you how many times I've been told to simmer down. Excuse me, Ed, you just want to simmer down a little bit? 7:40 the time, 20 minutes in front of 8 o'clock. Welcome to a Thursday edition of the Mornings with Ed show. We're getting ready for the Labor Day weekend, getting ready for Labor Day itself. I'm excited. I hope that you are excited as well. I can tell, I already know, by the way, from the number of submissions that we've had, you are excited. And thank you for continually checking in on that. Yesterday, and again, you shake your head because you're sick of saying the same thing so many times. And sometimes you think you're just shouting into a wall. It's disheartening. Right now, this morning, Minneapolis is in mourning after a shooter opened fire at a school. A mass taking place in the school, marking the start of the academic year. A Catholic school, the shooting at Annunciation Catholic School. It's in the south part of Minneapolis. Imagine 2 minutes. Right now, if you were to start a stopwatch and let it run for 2 minutes, imagine 2 minutes of being shot at, especially if you're a child. 2 minutes. And if we were to start right now, go. By the time I'm done with this article, will be about 2 minutes. That's how long the horror and the terror was for these kids. It took the lives of 2 children. It wounded more than a dozen people. The FBI, late to the scene, is now investigating the shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime targeting specifically Catholics. And I say late to the scene, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. If we talk about the victims first, let's address the victims first. The attack killed 2 children, ages 8 and 10 years old. Let that sink in for a moment. 8 and 10 years old. They died in the pews of the church. At least 14 other children between the ages of 16 and 15 were wounded, as were 3 parishioners that were in their 80s. The suspect is a female named Robin Westman, a 23-year-old who the FBI believes was a former student at the school. She was armed with 3 guns, all of which had been legally purchased. And that's a separate and that's an argument that we've had ad nauseum with the NRA and how they put money into the pockets of politicians. That's a conversation that every time something like this happens, you try and open up, and then they go right back to there's the mental health issue. Again, it's a sickening problem, and it is exacerbated by the easily attained weaponry that these shooters can get. Again, all 3 guns legally purchased. So they still don't know the motive, but her social media posts show a fixation on guns and violence and school shooters. And for at least the last 6 months, they've gotten more and more dramatic. All of her posts about violence and guns and school shooters have gotten, that's all she's talking about. That's all she's been talking about for 6 months. Videos she posted featured diary entries that described the killing of children, as well as in the recent months, drawings of the church's interior. And the response from the federal government today, the response from this administration, let's lower flags to half-mast. Yeah, we really appreciate that. Good job. Here's where the FBI failed us in the last 6 months. The FBI has been sifting through Epstein files to remove references of a president that's in them. That's where their attention has been focused. How many agents could have been maybe examining this shooter's social media posts? Maybe one agent. Maybe if you just assigned one of those agents that's sifting through the Epstein files to her social media posts, this might have not have happened. They've also been focused on John Bolton's house for no longer classified docs, yet they look the other way when Pete Hegseth invites the world to a classified phone call. The FBI should have been scouring her social media pages, paying her a visit, but instead they were focused on protecting one person, 7:45.
The most important conversations, the best entertainment, the Mornings with Ed show on the Voice of Laguna.